Morning! I just wanted to show everyone how I make borscht. It's completely different than the way everyone in my family's ever made borscht, but I'm happy with it. I call it the borscht for a thoroughly modern baba because first I start with 6 beets, and those were microwaved in a little bit of water for about 16 minutes. They're not peeled. They're pretty much cooked. I can just cool them and peel them and chop them and make this soup pretty much instantly. The carrots and potatoes were in the microwave for about 5 minutes. I start with a low sodium beef broth and then cut up my vegetables. Everything's from a grocery store. This baba doesn't have a garden. I have lots of fresh dill, but the beet leaves this time of year are perfect. So the bread maker is just being charged up right now for beet leaf rolls. Once I get everything boiling, I put in just about as much ham as I possibly can. And instead of adding sugar, we use molasses beans. And the tomato soup goes in last. Well, last because at the table you can add your cream or your sour cream. Now, this is sour salt. It looks terribly illegal, doesn't it? This is a secret ingredient. One little piece of sour salt gives it that just tangy flavor. Also, sometimes the lemon juice does replace the vinegar. So I'll start the pot and keep you updated. It's been 6 minutes. The ham, potatoes, molasses beans, sour salt, carrots, potatoes are all starting to heat up with a little bit of vinegar in the pot. I just peeled the beets, and I just wanted to show you that I will never spray beet juice anywhere anymore. I will never cut myself. These are completely cooked, and I'm going to be eating borscht in no time. Sun's coming up. It's early morning. The pot is all ignited by the beautiful fire of the morning sun. I just wanted to also show now, it took about 3 minutes to cube up those pre-cut cooled beets. Now, if you look at the texture of this soup, I grew up in a house with a food processor, and while you ate that stringy, slimy borscht, it would slap beet juice all over your clothing. Because it is virtually everything in this borscht is pre-cooked, it's all in giant chunks, and I just find that hearty and robust. And дуже добре. Well, to keep things exciting, this baba never makes her borscht the same twice. So today's little feature is that I've picked out some kale from the garden. I'll chop that up fine, and that's going to give it a really pretty texture. Most often I have that day-old purple cabbage. It's a German dish, and it's made with cinnamon and apples, and I'll throw in a cup of that in the borscht. I sort of stopped frying cabbage as my borscht base. No one in our family likes cabbage. So it'll be another hour and a half till the dough is ready from the bread maker for my beet leaf rolls. It's been 23 minutes. The soup is done. The tomato soup is in, and here is the money shot. Just put some of it in. People can make it richer with sour cream at their plate so that they can control their diets themselves. Well, in half an hour your borscht is ready. All the babas and the ghettos, all the babas and the ghettos, all the baba ghettos, all the babas and the ghettos, and guess what? My borscht is done. I'm going to the club, maybe the first one to go through the line at Costco. And I put my sour cream on. Oh my god. Hey, that looks good. The beet leaves are washed twice, and the stems have been cut off, and so now I'm just going to steam them just a little bit, and we're going to get ready to roll our beet leaf rolls. Some recipes in Saskatchewan will call these guys beatniks. Yeah, you see, I bet there probably was a way that I could just microwave and steam these, but just in case there's Ukrainian babas on the other side of the world with YouTube, and they love Crazy Chick too, they might come over and give me a, I could say, a can of beets. A good old-fashioned beating. They're taking shortcuts, making life simple. Since my frying pan is hot, I'm just going to skip ahead and fry up some of my onions and garlic. So the cream sauce is 2 cups of cream, a little bit of sour cream, onions and garlic, and buttloads of dill. So once the dough is pushed down once, roll in your steamed or softened beet leaves. Take the veins out. My veins were very, very soft, but I still took them out. And I had a little bit of leftovers for buns, sesame seeds, and I put a little extra virgin olive oil on top of everything just for shits and giggles. So now to turn my onions and garlic back on, cut up some mushrooms, and make the sauce. So the dill, onions, garlic, mushrooms are frying up, and I'm just going to add maybe a tablespoon of French onion soup mix. If you have to wash your salt, don't do this part. While the mushrooms are cooking down, I've added the sour cream and cut in some sweet onion tails so the result will have color. It's like 30 degrees outside, so our beet leaf rolls are rising. I'll be putting them in the oven at about 315 degrees. And once they're nicely cooked and browned, some say to cook it with the sauce in the oven afterwards, but we've always just sort of fried as we needed to eat what we needed in the frying pan of cream. Pure evil, 18% cream. The mushroom cream sauce is thickened, so we can turn it down now. When I was growing up, we would have used morels. So isn't that just beautiful? So I'm missing the look of the wrinkled up morels in there. The oven's ready to be turned on and everything is risen, so we just need to cook the bread inside the beet leaf rolls. That's what 9 minutes looks like, and we're just flipping them. Pull them out of the oven, add the cream, it's sample time.